So the TwinSpace Features event is organized by the European Network of eTwinning Ambassadors Group as part of a series of eTwinning live events that are meant to support eTwinners, particularly beginners, with their work on the TwinSpace. My name is Natalia Tsitsi, and I'm an eTwinning ambassador from Greece. And in a minute, I'll tell you a few more things about TwinSpace Features. In the meantime, Svetlana, you could introduce yourself and tell us the agenda.
Yes. So my name is Svetlana Taralova. I'm an eTwinning ambassador from Bulgaria. And in the first part of the seminar, we are going to present different sections of eTwinning Live. And in the second part, we have prepared a practical task for you to work in groups based on real pictures we have prepared for you. And in the last part, we hope we will have time. You will upload your end products in a Padlet wall, and you can read the other group's products. So, Natalia, can you start now with the TwinSpace?
Okay, I haven't invited everybody yet. Thank you for sending me the contact requests. As soon as I'm done with the presentation, I'll try and invite the rest of you, although you don't need necessarily to be members of the TwinSpace to do the activities. So let me share my screen so that you can see the presentation. Here. Now, Svetlana, can you see my screen now?
Yes, it's seen.
Okay.
Yes.
You can see the TwinSpace Features presentation. Okay. Now, this is the agenda. Svetlana has already told you that we are going to do some practice. We were going to tell you a few things, and then you'll practice on the test TwinSpace. You need to send me a contact request so that you'll be invited to the test TwinSpace. To access the webinar TwinSpace or any of your TwinSpaces, you should visit the eTwinning site, log in with your user's name and password, and click on the TwinSpaces on the blue bar. By clicking on it, you are taken to the page where all your active TwinSpaces are listed. Let's say that you would need to visit the test TwinSpace. You click on it and you are taken to the TwinSpace. Another way to access your TwinSpace is again through the eTwinning live platform by clicking on the Projects tab on the white horizontal bar, or the My Projects tab on the orange vertical menu. In both cases, you are taken to your projects page where you can edit your projects, manage your partners, apply for a quality label, etc. By clicking on the TwinSpace, you are taken to the website you share with your project partners. And these are the two, in fact, different ways. There are not three, there are two, because the two of them are similar. And now let's visit the TwinSpace. You can see there is a yellow bar. At the top of the bar, there is the portal, the tab that takes you to the portal. eTwinning Live, this tab takes you right to the eTwinning Live platform. Here, if you click on the arrow, you have a menu of all the TwinSpaces that you are part of. If you click on the language, you can have your TwinSpace appear in different languages. There is the purple bar below it, which is the main feature of the TwinSpace. The first tab on the purple bar is Home. If you click on it, you have this, this is the upper part of the home page. And here you can click on browse in public mode so that you can see your TwinSpace the way other people on the internet see your TwinSpace. They can see whatever you have made public. Now, in order for other people to see you, in order for other people to see your TwinSpace, you need to send them the link to your TwinSpace for them to have access to it. Now below the browse in public mode, you can see the title of your TwinSpace, and then there is a short description, and then there is the logo, but you can change all that by clicking on settings. We'll see settings in just a minute. Below settings, there is your photo, the photo that you have uploaded on your TwinSpace profile. This photo is different from the one that you use on eTwinning Live. Because it serves a different purpose here. If you click on your name, you visit your profile, but this is what Svetlana is going to tell you about in a little while. There are 3 areas here where the pages are. I will take a look at them right away. And then there are images and videos. You can see the 3 latest images and the 3 latest videos that you have uploaded that are available in the materials section. Now, if you click on settings, you can change some stuff on your project, some information about your project, such as the title. You can add a few more lines to the description, but not more than 100 words. The description shouldn't be more than 100 words. You can change the logo. If you upload a different one, it replaces the one that is here now, and you don't have the possibility for an image gallery. The one that you upload replaces the previous one. Now here you have the choice. You can choose one of the 3. They're the same. There are only differences in terms of color. Any change you make, you just need to click on save. Now, this is the lower part of the home page. Here you have the teacher bulletin on the left. You can upload videos and images here, but you need the HTML code, and you can't attach things from the material such as images and videos. You have to use the HTML code here. This is on the right side. There is the project journal, which is public. Everybody can see it. So whatever you upload here, whatever you use here, either in terms of text or photos or videos, you should be very careful because everybody can see it, not just the partners, the project partners. Now let's move on to the pages. This is the second tab on the purple bar, and to create a page you can do it in almost 4 steps. First of all, you click on create a page down here. You are taken to a blank page which you need to fill in. You are going to create one by filling in a title in the box. Then you can choose whether your page is public or restricted to TwinSpace members, or restricted just to you and administrators. In this case, it is a draft and only you and the administrators can see it. You can also choose who can edit the page. eTwinning focuses on cooperation, so it would be ideal if different TwinSpace members, particularly pupils, could edit the pages. Finally, you add a short text here that would inform the TwinSpace visitor what this page is about. And after creating the page, you can either archive it, or in case you don't want any more, you can delete it. you just archive it, you store it, and nobody can see it. Or you can turn your page into a sub page by clicking on change order down here. Don't forget to save after changing the order of the pages, because no change can be saved unless you click on save. That wasn't very smart of me. Now here at this point I can tell you how we can embed 3 different Web 2.0 tools. Padlet and Dotstorming are are 2 tools that are very easy to embed. What do? When it comes to Padlet, you move on to the share section of your Padlet, and you can copy paste the embed code and use it on your TwinSpace page by clicking on the HTML code. You add it here on the page, and voila, it appears. Sometimes after creating the HTML code and clicking on save, no change is visible. In this case, exit by clicking on another page and then re-enter so that the system can take the change and it's visible. The same goes for Dotstorming. You click on the share button here, and you are given the HTML code which you can use on your page. Now, there are some Web 2.0 tools which you can't embed that easy. There is no embed code which you can copy paste on your TwinSpace page. So in this case, you should use this. I'll leave it there for a little while for you to copy it, but it's going to be on the chat box in a little while. You just need to add here. You can see it at practice. Here you can see it. There's the code, the HTML code, and you just add the URL address of the Titan pad you want to embed on your page, and then if you click on save the change, it's taken to the system. The HTML code that you need will be in the chat box in a while. Now let's move on. Here it is. Let's move on to the materials section. The materials section is the TwinSpace storeroom. It is wide to create image albums, video folders, and file folders so that everything is neat and tidy and easy to find, both for you and your partners. Images and files are easily uploaded, but you should remember that some image types cannot be uploaded. Images should not be more than 4 megabytes each. Images can be inserted in pages, forum posts, and journal posts. But in case you don't remember this stuff, there is this I here, which is some sort of which stands for information, and it can refresh your memory if you click on it. Files, most common file types are allowed. For files, you can upload up to 20 megabytes. And adding video is very simple, because you just need to copy paste the URL address from from YouTube, for example, edit here, and your video is saved in the materials section, and you can use it in the forum posts, in the journal posts, and the pages. Svetlana, the floor is yours. Okay. You can, we are going to share your screen now. I think you can do it because you're a host.
Okay.
I stop sharing.
Okay. But
Yes. You need to share the screen.
I don't have this option. That's why I'm thinking about. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so that is my turn to talk about the next three sections. The first one is materials. Here, uh, just a second. That's yours. I'm sorry. Okay, forums is the fourth one. Here in the forums, only administrators are the ones who can set up forums. They do it when they decide on the general theme and give details about it. And then to participants, members can create discussion threads and discuss specific things about the forum. Here you have the example of discussing organization of the next task and the number of students they want to put in each group. As an example, the most interesting section of eTwinning Live is the live section. Here we can have real-time communication using the chat room, and there is also another option using the box where we see how many people, how many members of the TwinSpace are online, and we can contact them directly, clicking on their names and having direct chat. Here well, all online members can chat real times, and administrators are the ones who can read the post, which is kept for 3 months, and it can be used to prove how successful communication between partners is. Okay. The next option is to create a live event, which is, I would say, something that changed the TwinSpace completely from the previous version, and it allows members, students, teachers, and participants to have video conferences here as part of their project. We must pay attention to the fact that only teachers can set up live events for all the members of the TwinSpace using that option, Create a Live Event. Here, each teacher should write the title, clear and short, short description, the expected number of participants, duration, the date, which is very important, and the time. When setting the time, we should remember it's Central European Time. And click on Save. Then the online event is ready, and when the time comes, participants can enter the room, and well, the box which you see at the very bottom of the screen appears enter the room when the time comes, not before it. In the left hand part you see the host screen, which is different from the participant screen. Each host can share the screen and presentations and documents. Also use a collaborative whiteboard. And in the right hand part we see two parts of participant screens. And the first one we can use web cameras, and in the second one is the chat box when we can chat to everyone and chat to specific participants. That is another option we can use, and that is the host print screen of the hosts while they are having a live section. What is different between the meeting we are having now in eTwinning Live and the live meeting in eTwinning Space is that the meeting in the eTwinning Space cannot be recorded, and pupils can't participate in the live events. And to overcome this, teachers can display their screen, and this way the participants, students, can see their partners from the other school. Another important option the hosts can use is to invite participants using direct link, which is shown on the left hand part by email, or sending the link using other media. And the attendee option can be changed by the host. And if we are the host, we can decide on what options we can choose for the participants. We can start chatting in private. We can disable microphone of every participant. The same with the video. We can use the drawing. Screen share. And what we do now is that Natalia, who created the event, she invited me as a participant, and now she made me presenter and a host, so I have the same right as her now. 24 hours before the session, the person who created the session can enter the room and can upload files and notes and decide on polls beforehand just to prepare and use them during the session. That is sharing of the screen here. That is the screen on the left part, down right. You can see the option of sharing the screen. Now Natalia gave me the rights to be host and can share and stop sharing anytime I decide. The last section of the TwinSpace is the members. You see my TwinSpace here. I have chosen another color for my settings. It's blue here. And using invite members, I can decide to invite three types of people, teachers, pupils, and visitors. And only administrators can invite members here, and that's why I cannot invite you in the TwinSpace of the project we are going to use now, because Natalia is the one of the authors, and she is administrator. Administrators can invite teachers on the level of eTwinning Live 2 just before entering the TwinSpace, using this option Add New Partner. And once a teacher is invited, we can change, administrator can change its role. It could be made teacher or teacher administrator. And to add content on the TwinSpace, like pages, forums, members must be teachers or students administrator. And also administrators can delete each member if they decide so. Adding students is done in a different way. We write students' two names and we choose verify. Then the second screen appears, which I gave it in the middle section of my screen here. And the teacher can add the password and can decide on the role of the student. It could be member or administrator, students administrator, and confirm. Only teachers write the names of the students and give them password, and students cannot change these names given beforehand and these datas. Teachers can reset the password anytime. And once a student is given their password, their name and password, they can enter. And their settings are seen in all the TwinSpaces they are in. They can be members of different projects using the same name. Teachers guide students on writing the correct description and the information they need to add. And it's advisable for the student to upload a proper picture. And it's student's responsibility, and teachers cannot delete the profile picture of the student. These were the 6 sections we have presented, and 2 or 3 more slides on the TwinSpace settings. Just in short, Natalia has already told you about the settings. So here we can change the title, logo, and the color of the project, and they are public on the internet to everyone. Here you see the title. She showed you the same screen, and the themes you can choose among 3 themes given here, and don't forget to click save before just to update your settings. You can also edit the TwinSpace personal profile. You can add your own picture and short information, and you see you've got the info, the data about your the last login. And that was my part up to here. Now I will stop sharing and give the floor to Natalia.
Okay, thank you, Svetlana. I hope our presentation was clear and you don't have any questions, but in case you do have a question, You can type it in the chat box and we'll try and answer it right away. In case you come up with a question after the event is over, or if we don't have time to deal with all the questions, then you can use the Padlet, the URL to the Padlet. Will you give the participants the URL to the Padlet so that they can add their questions there? And we'll get back to you with the answers. And what else now? Some of you have already been invited to the test TwinSpace. Those of you who haven't sent me a contact request, like Vasiliki, now, Vasiliki, as soon as you send me a contact request, I can invite you to the test TwinSpace. Luisa, I'm not quite sure I'm following. You can access the project page only after having chosen a partner. Initially, there are two partners who are the founders, and then they can invite whichever is among their contacts. If you are my contact, I can invite you to my TwinSpace. Svetlana now is a teacher administrator in our test TwinSpace project, so she can invite you too. If we change your if we change you from a teacher member to a teacher administrator, you will be able to invite more people too. Now, Svetlana has already given you the Padlet, the URL to the Padlet, so that you can add your questions or add whatever you will create now in the 20 minutes we have left. Vasiliki, let me get back to you in a moment. In the meantime, should we start with the first activity? You need to choose a photo from a dot storming platform, which is also visible on the TwinSpace. But those of you who are not invited yet to the TwinSpace, or you can't access it yet, let me give you the URL address to the dot storming platform. Use this address and choose one of the three pictures. The title to the activities is Refugees. Could you help me on that, Svetlana?
Refugees' Voices, yes?
Yes. And could you tell the participants a few things about the choice of the pictures, since it was your idea, and in my opinion, it was a very good idea.
Okay, while Natalia is adding you, because of the topic of diversity, which is celebrated in Europe these months, we decided to plan a practical activity for you using real pictures of refugees. And if you enter, if you click on the dot storming, Natalia put the link of this, the link of dot storming in the chat box. You will see the three pictures we have chosen for you. The first one, you see a man at a railway station, Mohammed. The second one is Sarah and Hasna. These are real refugees, and we have planned an activity for you to first to vote on the picture you like best, and then according to your votes you should choose you should enter a Titan path we have prepared for you and write the real story of that refugee. What happened before the picture was taken, what's going on while this picture has been taken, and what about later? And according to your choice, you will enter Titan Path and write a very short story about the chosen picture of the refugee. We called this activity Refugees' Voices.
Okay, Xenia, you are being invited. You've been invited to the test TwinSpace. Those of you who have chosen the first picture, the one with the man at the railway station, is that right, Svetlana?
Yes, but well, we have planned the first picture to be the girl, the second one to
Okay,
be the woman with the scarf. So if you can just move them to use the same order, not to be
okay, now,
confused.
okay, so I can't move them now on the on the dot storming, but we can have the notes here for everybody to see. And there you can see the which story is about whom. Sorry, just a
Okay.
minute. Okay, notes. Here you can see the notes. Story one, little girl photo. And you use this URL address to the Titan Pad for the first story. Those of you who choose the woman with a scarf, I don't know whether you can use the URL addresses. If you can't, I'll put them in the chat box. I'm sorry to hear that, Louisa. I'll see what I can do with the dot storming. This is for Titan Pad 1. Titan Pad 2. And Titan Pad 3 for the man at the subway. Can you see the notes? So that, or do I need to write the which photo is about which Titan Pad is about which photo?
We can see the notes, yes.
Okay.
And maybe just I can share, or you can share the photos, the dot storming, just to help Louisa to
Yes.
see the pictures, and she can enter the Titan path of the picture she prefers.
Louisa, I think, okay, you're invited to the TwinSpace. So if you enter the test TwinSpace, you can find the photos. But now I'm going to share my screen so that you could see it anyway.
What about the rest of you? Can you see the photos in dot storming?
Vote for the photo you like is the page where the dot storming can be found on our test TwinSpace. Louisa, these are the photos. So Amelia, Claudia, Milena, Slavica, Valentina, Vasiliki, and Yulia have already joined and voted for the the picture that they like. Is it okay this way? Can you see it? I mean, those of you.
Yes. Yes, I see one vote for Muhammad, a lot of how many? 6 votes for Isara and 1 for Hasna.
Okay. Somebody hasn't voted yet because there are 11 participants.
Okay.
Now, most of you have chosen the picture of the little girl, so you're gonna write the story thereof. There is the Titan pad number 1.
Number 1. Yes.
Yes.
So I see the people are here, so you can start with something about the country, how old is the girl, what about her family, um, why did she have to move, where is she at that time. Okay.
Now let me return to the Titan pads, to the URLs for the Titan pads, or you can find them here in the TwinSpace in the page co-writing a story. Co-writing a story.
I see that people have started writing. And in
Very
the
good.
last picture, yes, excellent. In the last picture, the man, only Claudia is here. So, Claudia, you can start writing about the man. And where is he from? How old is he? Why did he have to move? His personal story.
Very nice people.
Yes.
This is Titan pad 1. Let's Titan pad 2. Okay. There are fewer of you here, but you're doing quite as well.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay, I'll stop sharing because everybody has found the Titan pad they need. Tsverela, can you still see my screen?
Just yes, I see the notes.
Okay.
I was reading the story. Yes. Okay. Uh, well,
And
we
next,
Louise asks if we have the picture of the girl. Maybe, well, we haven't thought of showing the picture as a separate file. Um, well, the girl is just about 5 or 6, very,
uh,
let's say, kind of smiley, not very miserable and sweet.
Lu
Yes.
Louisa, if you enter the test TwinSpace, you can click on co-writing a story, and the picture of the girl is right there under story one. And then there is a Titan pad for you to write the story. Oh, people, you have done great here.
Oh, yes. Wonderful.
What do you think, Sorella? Is it time to read the stories?
Yes, we can do it. Louis is asking uh, just a question. Are you reading? No. Uh,
Are you reading?
and well, Louisa asks, are you reading me on story too? No. Uh,
I
can
just
you
have
write
story one
something?
here.
Yes. Okay. Louisa, can you write some? Can you start to write something? Click on the left part and start writing something.
Now, whichever one of you thinks that he or she has contributed enough to the story, and now you want to share something else with us, for example, a question, a thought, a comment, or you would like to add your story here on the Padlet, I'm going to do that, but in case there is something else that you want to add. I don't know whether I was too hasty, and this is story one
Yes,
on the
definitely.
Padlet.
Yes, many people are here. That is number one, and they started immediately. And just the kit is something easier to to write about. That's my opinion. And I see that
Yeah,
Claudia moved here, which is nice. Why not? If she likes it
yeah,
better.
yeah. That's no
Okay.
problem. Yeah, yeah. Do whatever you like. It's very
Of
nice.
course.
See people being interested in that. Story 1, photo of little girl. Okay. And let me do the same thing for the other stories too.
Okay.
There have been some changes in story 1.
They are very creative. Oh, it's long. And Louisa, yes, Louisa has joined the first story, but she writes, yes, what I have written comes under the name of Julia. Fiona, not Julia, yes.
TitanPad can take up to a number of people with a different color. If there are too many, and if there are more people than the colors, some of them get the same color.
Yes. So maybe, Louisa, you can write just your name before the sentence if you want to have it. But the result is important, not who contributed what exactly.
Now, people, you could move to the Padlet and write your comments or your questions. And maybe one of you could take the microphone and you could read the story to us all. What do you think about that?
Yes, it would be wonderful. Oh, yes, you've posted the story here, yes.
It's the first story is not complete. You can use the space on the Padlet to write your opinion about the activity, about the webinar, about the story, whatever you wish. And we're still waiting for somebody to use microphone rights, to give them microphone rights to read the story to us all.
Some volunteers.
Milena has raised her hand. Would you like
Wonderful,
us
okay.
to, yeah. So let me give you a microphone right so that you can read it to us. You can read it from the screen I share. So is it okay, Milena? Okay, so Milena. Your microphone is on. You can read the story to us. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. Um, I I must say that this tool I have used PublicPad before, and it's a very collaborative tool. And I'm going to read the story from the TwinSpace 1, the story about the girl. So here it goes. There was a girl called Isara. She's 6 years old. She's a very clever girl. Everybody loved her because she helped anybody who was in need, even she was so young. She has no family. She lost her dad and mom. She has been rescued from a boat that was sinking and is now at a shelter for refugees. The girl founded some true friends there, both adults and children. Isara does not speak English. She doesn't know how to let other people know how sad she feels. Every day volunteers come to the refugee shelter and help Isara to learn how to communicate with others. Isara has a learning difficulty. This is why she has difficulties in communicating with others. But she is smiling, never lost hope. She has been, though, through a lot of difficulties. Now it can only go better. Isara missed the sky of her country and hug of her mom. Will she find a new family? She never stopped hoping and loves her lost family. She has a picture with her mom and dad. She never gets separated from them. She looks at the picture every time she misses her family and feels alone. She is showing it to everyone that comes to the shelter and asks if they have seen her family anywhere, but she hasn't found them until now. Then she met one young family who loved her smile very much. They offered her their home and love. There she grew up, and today she is a doctor and helps a lot of people. She also works in dangerous places to help people who are suffering like she did. Now she is an adult lady and often helps people in trouble, homeless, refugees, and children in exile. Isara never forgets the blue sky of her country and never stops loving her parents. She dreams of becoming an ambassador of UN, probably. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you very much for reading it aloud, for contributing, everybody. I would like to thank everybody for contributing so much stuff, being so imaginative and resourceful. I think it did go very well. The Padlet is still there for you to write your comments, whether you enjoyed the activity, whether there is something that you need to discuss, any comments or questions. We are here for any questions. In a little while, the webinar will be over. If we didn't have the time to answer your questions, or if you come up with a question later on, you can edit on the Padlet and we'll get back to you with the answer.
Okay, thank you very much again. And we will also upload real stories of these three people so you can read them in the forum.
Or on the Padlet?
And yes, and in the Padlet too.
Okay. So if there is a question, Luisa, thank you very much for trying to be part of the webinar, and I hope you have received something from it. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Slavica. Thank you, Athena. That's very nice of you.
Thank you very much. We just wanted to have something different and more practical for you, because we've checked that most of you are experienced, and we hope that you like our idea and you can use it in class.
Thank you, Yulia. And at this point, I should thank Svetlana, because the idea of the pictures and the refugees was hers. And I really like the fact that everybody in the webinar liked it so much, and you responded to it so warmly.
And I'd like to thank you, Natalia, for being such a good reader, patient, and I must admit this is my first international webinar. So thank you very much for attending it, and I hope that you will
You're really
use
welcome. Thank you.
yes.
Louisa is saying that she's going to use it in, she's considering to use it in class. Very nice, Louisa. Thank you.
Excellent, yes.
Thank you, Monica. Those of you who have been invited to the test TwinSpace, you can use it. You can practice. Uh, there is a task here for inexperienced eTwinners. If you would like to do that, or you can use a test TwinSpace. It will be active until the end of this month. Uh, I don't know whether you can see my screen. You can still see my screen. I'm looking at the Padlet. Thank you for the very nice comments. Amelia, I like what you did there. Thank you, Adelithia. And I don't know whether I pronounced your name correctly. Sorry if I don't. I like your comment and the picture. Thank you, Julia. Thanks, everybody. The PowerPoint presentation of the TwinSpace features will also be available here on the Padlet wall.
Good night, Vasiliki. Do you pronounce this name? Do I pronounce the name correctly, Vasiliki?
Right. Vasiliki, great.
So
You are
I'm
doing
reading
very
Greek,
well at
yes. Well, good cooperation with languages. And how do you pronounce Xenia or Xenia? The
In Greek,
last
it is Xenia. Xenia.
Xenia. Uh-huh. You have a very strong Greek eTwinning section. Very, very motivated Greek colleagues.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Thank you.
you are all very, very good.
Thank you.
So it was wonderful cooperation for me, and I have learned a lot of things preparing. So I will
Yeah.
also use some of them in my future webinars in Bulgaria. So
Very good.
the,
You're very
the
active
world
too,
is
aren't
very
you?
small. Yes. Yes, I'm trying. But well, you have more experience than me.
Yeah, it's been more time that I've been involved in twinning projects. I may be older than you.
No, I don't think so. I just, let's say I look younger than I am. Uh, my son is 30. I don't know if you have
30
children, but
years old.
yes, yes.
Is
So
your son?
I'm also a pensioner. Yes, just joking. Okay.
Ah. Your son
Um,
is 30.
Yes, my son is 30, almost 30, not yet, but
Is it?
he will be 30 in some years, yes.
You're not joking about your son's age. He's
I'm
30 or
not
13.
joking. 30, 30. Uh,
No, no, my eldest son is 19. But
okay.
maybe you got married very, very young.
Not that young, but let's say younger than they get married nowadays. They marry. Well, he is still not married, and
He does.
he has told me yes he has more time and he wants to leave and
Yeah,
not
yeah,
to
yeah.
be as engaged and obliged to do
That's
many things.
yeah.
Yes,
That's the
they like
same.
freedom. Yeah. Uh, okay.
So we may be the same age, but you definitely don't look it.
Ah, maybe the same. I don't know. It's not important. I think,
Yeah,
well, the
that's true.
motivation and the spirit of the person is what matters.
Now the presentation is available on the Padlet.
Okay. And I will try to upload the links now and maybe with the pictures. Why not? Let's say.
There is a very nice photo here of people at the beach, I think. And I don't know who wrote it, but it says, "Have a wonderful, relaxing summer." Thank you,
Oh,
you
yes.
too.
Okay.
Is the school year over in Bulgaria?
Well, it ends at different periods. Yesterday on the 15th, the secondary level students finish, and high school level they finish at the end of the month.
Okay.
So
Amelia,
I
thank you for
teach, yes,
being.
yes, I teach secondary and high school level, so I finish at the end of the month.
Okay.
Yes.
Amelia, thank you for participating. Everybody is free to leave. We'll just chit-chatting. Thank you. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you very much. Have a nice summer, all of you. Svetlana, if anything comes up, you know where to find me.
Oh yes, of course. Okay, we
Okay.
can stop now, and I'm uploading the real stories on the Padlet.
Okay.
So I think the
Yes.
Padlet
Okay.
is enough. Yes, and
Yeah.
the pictures.
Yes. Okay. And those of you who are interested in reading the stories, you can visit the Padlet. So, everybody, good night. Have a nice summer. Relax and get ready for eTwinning weeks in October. Svetlana, thank you very much. See you
Thank you
around.
very much. Yes, see you. It was a great pleasure for me to work together with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a great summer, peaceful, and all the best.
You too.
Oh,
Everything well you wish. Thank you.
thank you very much. See you.
See you.